You are now listening to Universally Controversial.
All right, here we are back for episode 4 of Universally Controversial. As you see, I'm finally back in my house. See Bruce Lee back with me. And because I stayed in a hotel for about 2.5 weeks and now I'm finally back in my crib. Before we get started with this episode, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Fizz for sending me that rosé, the Cavassier. I appreciate you. And I finished that like the first night, so you're going to have to send me some more bottles. I'm going to have to send you some money. Also, my boy Tyler, he does the video game streaming. So if you go to mixer.com/TillerBean, TILLERBEAN, go follow him. He actually be putting in work on them games. I mean, I don't play those games. I stick to my Warzone. So if you're trying to play Warzone, hit me up on there. But other than that, hit him up. And I'd like to thank everybody that still supports me, still shares my videos, still follows, listens, and subscribes on YouTube. Since last time, same thing's been going on. We still got the coronavirus going on. But, they started doing this martial law, like motherfuckers got to stay inside their houses. And motherfuckers not playing. Like, they not playing. They finding and arresting people. And my boys back in Houston, y'all wilding. Y'all living on the edge. I feel you. I mean, do you, boo-boo? I mean, I'm no one to stop someone's happiness. But when they catch your ass, they going to be on your ass. Pause. But it ain't nothing to do anyways. That's why people are just breaking the rules and going and still going out and having fun and all this other shit. Because it's nothing to do. It's only so much Tiger King you can watch. That's why they're trying to release new episodes. And that Last Dance documentary with Michael Jordan is not coming out soon enough. I cannot wait, though. I cannot wait. I'm going to sit my ass on the couch every week when every episode comes out, and I'm going to watch it. Just like I sat there and watched Reggie Miller kill the Knicks. But there's only so much stuff you can watch. And then one good thing is, since movies been getting pushed back because movie theaters is closed and stuff like that, they've been putting movies straight to rent on like Amazon Prime and PlayStation Store and some other streaming sites. $20, and you can watch like Bad Boys. You can watch Bad Boys for Life. You can watch Gentlemen with Matthew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam. You can watch Trolls. The Trolls World Tour just came out. Today, my kids saw that. They love Trolls. Kids love Trolls. Yeah, but there's only so much you can watch. Like, you can watch Tiger King. All American is what people watch. Ozark just came out with a new season. But I just can't get into, like, TV shows like I used to. I can't, because after I watched Dexter, if anyone's seen Dexter, you know what I'm talking about. The way Dexter ended ruined 8 seasons of my life. Like, I spent 8 seasons of my life watching Dexter for it to end with this motherfucker riding his dad's boat into a fucking hurricane with his sister's dead body. And next scene, this motherfucker's in like Minnesota as a goddamn lumberjack, and nobody finds out that he's a fucking serial killer. Like, that was insane to me. It was the worst ending to a TV show I've ever seen. So like, I don't even like shows like if I feel like it's about to go off the deep end and it's about to lose my interest, I'm done. I'm not even going to attempt to hold on as a loyal fan. None of that. My loyalty died when Dexter's sister died and he drove off into that hurricane. But just like Vikings, like if anybody's seen Vikings, when they killed Ragnar, I was done. I watched one episode after that just to verify that Ragnar was dead. And I was like, all right, we done here. Because he had already faked his death once. So I was like, oh, they're not going to kill off Ragnar. He's the best character in this show. But nope, killed his ass off real quick. And I was like, oh, we done here. And they didn't kill his whole ass brother, Rollo. Rollo betrayed this nigga twice. And they didn't kill him off. Motherfucker got trampled by horses and he somehow lived. Ragnar got bit by one snake. Man, he probably got bit like by 20 snakes. But still, like, he's Ragnar though. His son ain't even got no bones in his legs, but he's still alive. Man, come on. I was done. I was done with that. So I stopped watching that. That's why I don't want to get into shows like Ozark and shit like that. Dramas that's going to have me emotionally invested. Because when they kill off my favorite character, I'm going to be mad. That's why I never watch, Game of Thrones was trash when I first saw it. I saw episode 1, I was like, this is trash. And I never watched another episode. But shows where they kill off the main characters, like, I stopped watching Power, like season 2. I knew how Power was going to end. One of them got to die. Tommy or Ghost got to die. I seen that coming. But one show, if you've never seen Justified with Timothy Oliphant, best ending to a TV show I've ever fucking seen in my life. Great ending. So go check that out. It's right when you're like, okay, they kind of need to end this show. Like you start getting like things start getting repetitive, and you're like, it's kind of time for them to start ending this little dragon, and then boom, hit you with the best ending ever. But then you got some movies you can watch, quarantine movies. One quarantine movie I would never watch is goddamn Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is one of the worst movies I have ever fucking seen in my life. I hate Forrest Gump. I hate Forrest Gump. It made me look at Tom Hanks completely different. It's a movie about a mentally challenged guy whose friend is mentally challenged and his captain has no legs and he's going around and his girlfriend's a hoe. And like that's the gist of the movie. He's going around doing the shit that people with mental disabilities don't do. And it pisses me off. He's basically Simple Jack in Tropic Thunder. That's what Tom Hanks' character in Forrest Gump is. He's Simple Jack, farting in bathtubs, moronic. And as Robert Downey Jr. said, you never go full retard. I mean, I know he said Forrest Gump wasn't full retard, but he was full retard in my opinion. It was terrible. Forrest Gump put Tom Hanks in a category of unwatchable actors for me, along with Will Ferrell and Keanu Reeves. I cannot watch those two. They are terrible. They are awful, awful, awful actors. Will Ferrell's just over the top stupid, which I hate. Like I have a deep disdain for over the top stupid. Like I can't watch The Office because Michael is over the top stupid. Like how does a human being function this long and they're this dumb? That's why I can't watch it. I know it's a movie and it's meant to be comical but I can't. It's cringy. I don't like cringe humor, to be honest. Also it's white humor, and I don't really care for white humor. There's only a few white comedians that I like, and that's Louis C.K., but we all know where he's at right now. We don't know where he's at. And then Bill Burr. Bill Burr's funny to me. But I can't watch Forrest Gump. It's just an awful movie for me. Some quarantine movies that you can watch are like Friday. You can watch Friday, Bad Boys, all the Bad Boys. You can watch all those all day. Ninja Turtles, my favorite movie of all time. Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, favorite movie of all time. I can watch it every day of quarantine. But you can also just pay the $20 and rent some movies. I don't know any good TV shows for anyone to watch. I mean, don't be making no babies during quarantine. This ain't about to be no don't be out there just because y'all bored out there fucking 17 times a day. Use protection if you need protection. Take the birth control if you need to take the birth control. Pull out game, stay strong, and you'll be all right. You don't need no more babies. We don't need no more babies. We don't need no more breathing up all the air. But back to the topic at hand. The side piece. That is what this episode is about, the side piece. And, how, the rules and regulations of having a side piece, the reasons for, maybe you need a side piece, maybe you don't need a side piece, or you would consider having a side piece. Should you ask for a side piece? Should you ask your significant other, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, should you ask them for a side piece? But I would say ask only if there's things that you yourself are not willing to do. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to do some freaky stuff in the bedroom, or if you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't give them a compliment. Well, if there's something you're not willing to do, I would say then they're not willing to do. I would say ask. If it's something that they're just choosing not to do, bring it up to their attention. If they're still choosing not to do it, that's going to be a reason for them to go behind your back and get a side piece versus asking you for a side piece. Because nobody's going to be like, can I give me a side piece? Because, since you don't cook and you don't like to clean and stuff like that, you mind if I get a side piece that does like to cook and clean? They're going to feel insulted. I mean, they should if they're not willing to do those things, because everybody should be willing to cook and clean and do laundry and shit like that and wash their ass. If you're not washing your ass, then yeah, they're going to find somebody else. They just going to leave your ass at that point. I would hope they would if you're not washing your ass. But a reason you would ask is say there's just something is against your morals you're not willing to do, right? Say you a guy, right? And your girl want her ass ate, and you just not willing to bite that bullet and lick that rusty donut. If you're not willing to do that, then she gonna find somebody that is. If it's something she's passionate about and she really want, or maybe she had it done in a relationship before and it's something that she loved and that like, or anal, because there's some dudes out there that don't do anal. They childish, but whatever. If you're not willing to like do the things to please somebody else, I promise you somebody else is. So you might want to reevaluate yourself, look yourself in the mirror, and then put on your big boy pants or your big girl skirt, and then get your ass in there and do what they want you to do, or do what they're asking you to do, right? So like, dudes, if you want your ass ate, just bring it up. Tell them you want your ass ate. Make sure you hygiene and know, like, for real, like make sure you getting back there, you trimming the hedges. Not even just trimming the hedges, scorching the earth. Gotta be clean. That's a hygiene thing at that point. That's make it easier to wipe, to be honest. But like if you back there, if you asking your chick to eat your ass, ladies too, if you asking your dude to eat your ass, and you need a weed whacker to get through that bitch, no sir. You foul, you out of line. So go ahead, just you have to do the necessary things for them to be able to please you. You can't just expect them to do things, but you're not making it easy on them, especially if it's something that they are not 100% comfortable doing. You know what I'm saying? Also, like, let's say, like, another reason you might want a side chick, maybe your girl give trash head or your guy give trash head. Those are a lot of reasons. Because everyone's ego when it comes to giving head is like, whether it be male or female, is extremely overrated. If you don't 100%, and ladies, y'all are at fault for this. If you don't 100% love giving head or like pleasing your man or woman, you're 90% of the time. My cousin talked about this on his podcast. If I never mentioned it on my podcast, go listen to Talk Your Shit podcast. That's my cousin's podcast, and he talked about this. 90% of the time, your trash is gonna be head. If you don't love giving head, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you don't enjoy it, it's not for you. Like, well, it's for you, but you should be gauging on their reactions, right? Like what's making them squirm, what's making them moan, stuff like that. And if you're not doing that, then your head trash. If they toes ain't curling and gripping the sheets, your head is trash. Ladies, a lot of y'all's head is trash. I'm sorry to break it to you, but like you can go ask your nigga right now. Ask your man right now. Bae, is my head good? Like he gonna pause for a second, I promise you. He gonna pause if your head trash, he gonna pause for a second and he gonna be like, oh yeah, girl, it's good, blah blah, Or he might just hit you with there's some things you could. It's alright. Like if you're not giving him that double hand twist, fucking deep throat, whatever, best believe less teeth, because a lot of y'all chicks use teeth, and I don't feel like my dick going through a cheese grater. And I know all men don't like. Some men might like it, but most men don't. So like, and you gotta be able to go through and educate yourself, ladies and fellas. You gotta be able to go through and educate yourself. Sit down, talk to that person, ask them what they like, and and then go through that. Also, if you like a certain thing, if you're a guy or a girl and you like a certain thing and you've seen something like that's what porn is. Education, to be honest. Porn is a form of education. Like you can literally be like, hey, you can go show your girl. If y'all have that type of relationship, y'all should. If y'all in a relationship, you should be that comfortable with each other. You should be able to go and be like, hey, this is what I like. This is the shit I like. Like I'm trying to get my dick sucked like this. Like Pinky back in the day. Shit, Pinky today. Because, you don't lose that talent. You know what I'm saying? Or Alexis Texas or whoever y'all like. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you got to be willing to do those things. If you're not willing to do it, then somebody else going to be willing to do it. Somebody that back in their day, fucking, back in their day did their homework and fucking took the time to educate themselves. And, you know what? People should come with Yelp reviews. You know what I'm saying? Come with Yelp reviews. That way, sex Yelp reviews. That way, like you can go look them up. Be like, oh, his head trash. Worst 2 seconds of my life. And you gonna know right off the bat. Like first date Yelp reviews, sex Yelp reviews, stuff like that. That's what we need. Side piece Yelp reviews. Cause I'm pretty sure it's career side pieces out there. Like people that just like, you know what, I'm gonna go help this person. They not really ready for the commitment, or they don't want the commitment at all. And I guarantee it's a thing. Like you could go on Yelp, find a side piece, and then be like, oh man, this one got 5 stars all across the board. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's something we can profit off of. What would I call it though? 5-star side pieces. That's what the website would be. The app would be called 5-star side pieces. And then you get up there and then, no, not 5-star. Whatever. We'll come up with the semantics later. But back to, side piece. The application, you got to apply. If you're a side piece, they have to apply for the job. It's a job. Being a side piece is a job. Maintaining a side piece is a job. Even more of a job. Because you got to maintain your side piece and you got to still keep your girl happy. Because you obviously still care for your girl or your guy. But like you got to keep them happy, because if you wasn't really still trying to be with them, then you wouldn't have a side piece, right? And it's not like, I know people was like, oh, if you want a side piece, why don't you just break up with him or whatever? Shut the hell up. Shut up. Nobody cares about what you think. Side pieces for people, like I said, it's not that you don't love the person. It's just maybe there's something that they're doing, maybe something you want to explore that other person is not doing. So you got to find it in somebody else. That's why I say you got to always be willing to please. You got to always be doing your homework. Don't get complacent. Don't be sitting there thinking that you the best that it's going to get. Because it's always a motherfucker out there slanging dick better than you, throwing that ass back better than you. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody doing it better than you. Going to hit that spot better than you did. That's why you got to be out there. You got to update your resume. Because it's dudes lined up outside the door. It better not be nobody lined up outside the door, but figuratively speaking, it's dudes lined up outside the door with their application and resume in hand. And by lined up outside the door, I mean in her DMs. And once you slip up, they give you strikes like at the job. You about to be on the unemployment line. Or so you're going to get passed up for promotion. One of the two. So you might want to stop slacking. Or you could always just ask for permission. Like say you love your significant other, right? And you don't want to go behind their back or whatever. Just ask them if you could have a side piece or a girlfriend. What's the worst they can say? No. They might be mad a couple times, but that's just like if y'all sat down and asked them like, hey, I've been wanting to try something in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get my ass ate. And then it was like, motherfucker, what? I don't do all that, blah, blah, blah. Like, the most they can say is, like, no. May look at you differently for a couple of days, but it's going to be back to normal, whatever. If they really love you, they're not going to look at you different anyways. But then you go ask them, and then you might get the Lou Williams treatment. Lou Williams got 2 girls. And granted, he a ball player, and he got money. But, it's people out here doing it. It's people out here doing it. Got a whole girlfriend, 2 girlfriends, or got a wife and another wife, or got a wife and a girlfriend. I be seeing it on paternity court all the time. They happy. They just want to know who the daddy is. You know what I'm saying? And they be having the whole life. I seen it on TV the other day. And the only reason that people find it that don't do it more often is because society tries to tell them that it's not okay, it's not normal. But what the fuck is normal? Normal is something that somebody came up. It's a fucking relative term that somebody came up with based on their own personal views. Shit, my personal views ain't fucking normal to nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Just like somebody else's personal views aren't normal to me. Unless if that was the case, we'd all be the same. So for people just because people don't think it's normal, fuck them. Whatever. Live your best life. I don't live my life when I'm a black man in America, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could die in the streets tomorrow. No one bat an eye. So you're not going to tell me how to live my life while I'm here at all. I'll live my life the way I see fit. As long as I'm not breaking the law and I'm still like my kids still look up to me, and my kids, I can still look my kids in the eye and like still be proud of myself and them be proud of me. I don't give a fuck what no one else thinks. Sorry, whatever. But I'm off my soapbox. Back to side bitches. So you can get the Lou Williams treatment, right? And now you got two girls. You got two girls. You showing them off. You got two baddies with you. And they ain't even got to be baddies. They got two of your type, right? Like if your type is 350, 280, she ain't a lady, then that's your type, whatever. Them your baddies. Two baddies by your definition. You know what I'm saying? Two baddies on your arm, right? And like you strolling with them. What dude gonna hate on you? No dude's gonna hate on you. And then it's gonna be chicks that's gonna be like, oh, she dumb, I could never, blah, 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 whatever. Let them hate. But if y'all all strolling together, y'all all got an understanding, guess what y'all are? Happy. And that bitter bitch out there that's hating, she ain't happy. Somebody ain't sliding her the foot long, the goddamn fucking meat lovers, and now she upset. When you slide meat lovers to two people, or vice versa, if you a chicken, you got two dudes on your arms. Pimp on player. I ain't no hater. I don't judge people by what they want or what their desires are. Whatever you want, that's your life, right? That's your life. Just know, if you get them two girls, you gotta please both of them. So if you ain't got the stamina, you might as well go ahead, let one of them go. Fly, bird, fly. Because also, if you gonna have a side chick, your side chick cannot be uglier than your girl. Cannot be uglier than your girl. She cannot be uglier. She can't, like, she gotta be on par or better. Because then at that point, it's an insult. Same thing with chicks. Like, chicks, if you cheating on your man with you got a side dude, he cannot be worse than your dude. Think about it. I go to the gym a lot, right? Well, not since coronavirus, but I go to the gym a lot. I work out. I have confidence in my body. I have confidence in my looks. I have confidence in the way that I dress, the way I carry myself. I see my old lady out here with goddamn Boo Boo the Fool out here. With anybody, motherfucker, that don't look like he lifted, like, only thing he been lifting is cheeseburgers. About 200 pounds or whatever. Ugly, live at his mama's house. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I might have to murder somebody. Because at that point, you just, like, it's something you doing wrong. It's like, because I'm like, damn, I was that fucked up to where you left me for that? Oh no, sir. I can't live with that kind of blow to my ego. So it got to be better. Like if I'm gonna feel better if you cheated on me with like fucking Michael Ealy, somebody look like Michael Ealy. I'm like, no. What can I say? He got money, he got more money than me, drive a nicer car, whatever. But if you cheating on me with the milkman, come on now. I'm gonna feel some type of way. Because at that point, you got to reevaluate yourself. Because you're like, man, what is that person doing that I'm not doing? And the only thing that person can offer is affection and attention, then that means you fucked up. If they cheat on you with somebody that can only offer them one of those two things, that means you fucked up. That means you was not paying enough attention to your lady. You cannot lose your lady like that. You got to lose your lady to, like, material things like money and fucking cars. I mean, I'd rather her be shallow than make me feel by myself than me just be fucking trash as a person, a human being, and a lover, right? Or maybe, I don't know. Either way, it's gonna suck. But they gotta look better. You can't be, your side piece, like, that's a requirement. That's one of the rules of having a side piece. They gotta be on par or better. If you agree for two girls, then they gotta be on par. You can't have one better than the other. They got to be on par with each other. Shit, go ahead, just make you a clone. Because it's jealousy gonna set in. Same thing with guys. Like, his biceps bigger than mine. I can't deal. You got more money than me. His car better than mine. I can't deal. You know what I'm saying? So there's a standard that you have to have. Also, rules, side chick rules, side dude rules. No calling. No calling my phone. I call you. I call you. You don't show up at my crib. First off, you're not going to know where I live. You're not going to know where I live. You're never going to meet the family. You're never going to meet the family. If they got kids, don't ever expect to meet the kids. Also, holidays. Just know you're going to be spending those holidays, many of those holidays alone. Many of those holidays alone. Monica said it best. Ain't you tired of spending all the holidays alone? Tired of being a little sideline hoe. You know what I'm saying? You're going to spend the holidays alone. But if you got a side piece, you have to buy them something. You have to keep that up. So you got to be financially stable. You cannot be neglecting one and then treating the other. Because if you was going to leave your main chick, you would have left them. And if you want your side chick to stay, you got to treat them. So you got to treat the side chick. Got to buy them gifts. Now, I'm not saying buy them the whole fucking kitchen sink and buy them the same same stuff you buy in your main chick. But you got to buy them something. It has to be something, and it got to be something unique to them, right? Like, man, Fabulous said it best. All the spots you run through. Cop her one, cop you one too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get them the same gift. That's if they don't know each other, obviously. If they don't know each other, then you can give them the same gift. The side piece cannot know your chick or dude. It can't be one of their friends. That is betrayal. That is disgusting. On both parties. It cannot be one of their friends. But as I was saying, especially, and if you got two girls, then you can get them the same gift if they like the same things. But you got, like, their gifts have to be catered to them for the most part. You feel me? So, like, if she don't like a certain thing, you can't get her the same thing just because you got your other girl the same thing. Because then they're gonna, like, that's why it has to be special to them. If you got two girls, you gotta put in hella work, right? Unless it's just side chick and they don't know about each other. But if they don't know about each other, then that's a whole nother subject. Because if they don't know about each other, if your side chick has to know about your girl. She has to. That's a requirement. You got to be honest with your side chick. That's the only way she's going to stay your side chick if you want it to last a long time. Because your side chick, like a chick, it's not that chicks don't want to be side chicks. And I'm not saying they all do. Like, I'm not saying they all do. But I'm not saying, like, some of them, it's not that they don't want to be. It's that you're not giving them the option to choose for themselves. Same thing with, like, why you would ask for another girlfriend. You're giving them the option to choose for themselves. People love the thought of free will. It's free will. You're giving them the free will to choose whether they want to be a part of this situation or not. And if you don't give them the option, that's where it's going to get sticky. And then there's going to be resentment and all this other stuff. So you have to give them the option. You give them the option, then, you know, things will play out better for you because it's honesty. It's honesty that everything's built on trust, right? And if it's built on trust, then they know, like, what you're doing, where you're going, and all this other stuff. And that's if you want the two of them. But if you have a side chick, then she knows, she'll have an understanding of where she lies in your life and, like, her place in your life and where she fits in, and it'll make it easier for you, right? But some holidays she knows that way she gonna know. Some holidays she got to spend alone. Sometimes you got things you got to do. Things like you got to be at home. You're not going to be spending the night and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got to make sure you're taking care of both of them. But, like, think about it. You got two girls, right? You got two girls. That's better than a hall pass. You don't even need a hall pass. You the hall monitor. Think about it. Like, you got it made. You laying in bed. One, you smashing two chicks. Yeah, it's a little more effort you got to put in. You go pop you a Red Bull, and you get up in there and you throw it down. I mean, if you can't please one chick, then you have no business having two chicks, is what I'm saying. But if you, then you got two chicks, you laying in bed, right? Cuddling, right? You cuddling with two chicks. You ask for a back rub, one of them rubbing your upper back, other one rubbing your lower back. Like, come on, nah. You ain't never got to worry about being cold. You sleep in the middle. Can't take the blanket away from both of you. Because they going to be tugging onto the blanket from both sides. So you snug in the middle, right? So that's another thing. And then especially if you get two of the same. You get two of the same race, or you get two different races. It's the best of both worlds, right? Like say you got a Hispanic chick, right? It's like, oh, I got a Hispanic chick. Or you got two Hispanic chicks. Like imagine me having two Hispanic chicks. Man, tacos for days. Tacos and bachata for days. You know what I'm saying? Mucho queso. Anyways, then you got, or if you got like a Hispanic chick, then you get a black chick, like a down south black chick. Not one of them up north black chicks. They weirdos. Down south or like a Creole chick. You getting tacos and then fucking crawfish etouffee? Come on, dog. Like I mean, I don't know. Sounds like a win-win for me. And you got two people cleaning, and then they listen to workload for each other. One of them cooking, one of them cleaning. The other one cleaning, one of them cooking. You know what I'm saying? You still do your manly duties, like you take out the trash and stuff like that. But now you got to be wary that you still got to handle your business. Now you have to give out double back rubs, double foot rubs. You have to make sure everything is even that you're giving them. The time that you're giving them is even. So you got to be on a tight schedule if that's something you want to happen. With a side chick, that's with a girlfriend, like another girlfriend, or like two girls. That's with two girls, having two girls. Now with a side chick, the time don't have to be even because she's just a side chick. And as long as she know her role, then she knows she's not going to get the same time as your chick do or your guy. Like, mind you, like I'm saying a lot of chick and girl, but know that I'm talking about both sexes but I'm a guy, so I'm speaking, as if it were me. But your side dude, he gonna know that he don't get the same time. Because your main chick, that's your steak. Your side chick, that's your mac and cheese. But you gotta be attentive to that mac and cheese. You can't just leave the mac and cheese and let it get cold. Because cold mac and cheese is trash mac and cheese. And then, so your mac and cheese, you ain't got no mac and cheese at that point. You got steak on a plate. You ain't got no side dishes. No mac and cheese, no green beans, no mashed potatoes, no sweet potatoes, none of that. And you ain't got no side piece, ain't no dessert at the end. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what you have to be attentive to both. You can't let your steak, you can't burn your steak. Can't burn your steak. Got to be cooked to the right tenderness, the right temperature, whichever way you like it. But you got to make sure you keep the mac and cheese warm. You ever try to mix cold mac and cheese? It don't. It's nasty. Anyways, you got to be attentive to both girls. Now, the side piece will know her role, but like at some point she might get tired of that role. She might want to be the main chick. That point you got to make it. You got a decision to make at that point. Either you cut her off or you cut your main chick off and make your side chick your main chick. But I feel like if you was gonna do that, then you would have just broke up with your main chick and made your side chick your main. You would have never had a side chick. You would have just had the main chick. But so you're gonna have to break the news to her at some point that bitch, this was all you was gonna be. And you should have been the best that you could be. If you a side piece, be the best side piece you can be. First off, you shouldn't be bringing your side chick to where you stay at. She should never know where you stay at. But if you at the hotel somewhere and then your girl pull up, your side chick better be cool with jumping out the window. That's a real side chick right there. Jumping out the window for you. But I mean, same with side dude. Side dude, he got to pretend to be gay if he the side dude. Because you never know. Motherfucker might pull up with the strap. So, it's rules to it. Like, that's why I say everyone has to have an understanding. As long as you keep it truthful, you keep it upfront with 100 with everybody, then you're not going to have no problems. Like, you'll be all right. And there's nothing wrong with having a side piece. Everyone that says something wrong with having a side piece, you can kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck. Like, live your best life. Never live your life based on what others think of you or what you think others will perceive you as or whatever. Fuck them. People going to have their opinions of you no matter what. So just live your best life. Also, next question. Is the side piece allowed at the funeral? Like, if you die and you have a side piece, obviously if you have a girlfriend, like if I was to have like a wife and a girlfriend, both of them are allowed to speak at my funeral. My kids speak, my parents speak, wife, girlfriend speak. You can let the cat out the bag. What they gonna do? I'm dead. I'm laying in the casket facing the roof of the church. Shout out to DMX. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers think of me if I'm alive, especially when I'm dead. What you gonna do? Nothing. Is the side piece allowed? Can the side piece just come stand in the back? They obviously don't get to speak. That's a foregone conclusion. That's null and void. They don't get to speak because they the side chick. Especially if your main chick don't know. If your main chick don't know, like, cause that shit'll get wild at a funeral. Motherfuckers be fighting. The casket gonna get knocked over. You gonna come rolling out that bitch. Man, nah. That side chick don't get to speak if they don't know about it. The girlfriend, if you have a girlfriend, the girlfriend gets to speak at the funeral. In my funeral, if I had a girlfriend, gets to speak at the funeral. My ex-girlfriends, they're allowed to come. Like, our ex is allowed to come to the funeral. That's a question. Like, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, in the comments on YouTube. Are exes allowed to come to the funeral? I mean, some people invite their exes to their wedding if they cool with them or whatever. But, like, are exes allowed to come to your funeral? I want my exes to carry my casket so they can let me down one more time. I want my funeral to be lit, though. Like, my funeral gonna be lit. I want an open bar at my shit. I'm gonna have at some point in my life, I'm gonna record a video that will only be played once I die. No one should play this until I die. I'm gonna put it on a VHS too. So that way no one can look at it before and say like, oh, I just previewed it. No. VHS, it better be a VHS player somewhere, put it up on a projector, post it up, and it's gonna be me just talking shit to everybody. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm like, hey, Jeff, you ain't shit. I remember you still owe me $10. Your mom ain't shit. Hey, such and such, I smashed your girl, blah, blah. I'm gonna be acting a fool. What you gonna do? The worst you gonna do is come kick over my fucking casket. I'm dead. I ain't gonna feel it. And then you go get your ass beat. Like, because, I mean, motherfuckers ain't gonna just let you ride off in my funeral. Like, but if you don't like me, if you don't fuck with me, don't even show up to my funeral. I don't want no fake motherfuckers at my funeral. Like, I don't want no fake motherfuckers at my funeral. Family members, if I ain't talked to you within a year, do not come to my funeral. I don't give a fuck if we blood related. I don't want you up there boo-hooing, crying, saying I miss him. Nigga, you ain't missed me when I was alive, so don't act like you miss me now. But we got off topic. Back to side chicks. Side chicks are allowed to come to the funeral. Your girlfriend is allowed to speak at the funeral if she's your girl, right? My plan is to give all my money to my kids anyway, so motherfuckers ain't getting shit. Like, the girlfriend not gonna get no money because my kids getting everything. Nah, I'm not giving nobody shit, to be honest. You gonna get enough to bury me, and that's it. I'm like Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe said it best. I want my last breath and my money to run out at the same time. I worked hard for my shit, so you're gonna have to get out there and work hard for your own shit. But side chick, she's allowed to come to the funeral. Like, how do you introduce your girlfriend to your family, though? I mean, me personally, I'd be like, hey, this bae. That's how we rock. And you don't like it, I'll dip out, whatever, I don't care. You post them on social media. If you're a side chick, you don't get no posts on social media. You don't get no Women Crush Wednesdays. If people still doing that, you don't get no anniversary posts, no this bae, like none of that. You don't get none of that. So don't be posting that. If you a side chick, you know that's a forbidden rule. So don't be posting them on social media, especially if they girl follow you. If they girl follow you, do not post them. Because then it's not going to make that dude want you anymore. It's just going to make them want you less. Because at that point, you just acting stupid and you just asking for attention. And that's not how any of this works. Like, you making his girl leave is not going to make him want you. You'll be his last option, but at the same time, he's still not going to want you like he would have wanted you if it was a more natural way of y'all getting together. Right? So, if you're a side chick or a side dude, make sure you know your role. If you are the person with the side piece, make sure you are taking care of that person. That person still has needs. They're still a person. Like, they're still a person. Make sure like, and if you can't please one person, don't be out there looking for another one. You gotta be. So like, just don't sit there and act like, don't sit there and act like you just the shit and everything you do is gold and motherfuckers just want you. No, because if you don't please that person's gonna find a side piece. If your side piece finds another side piece, what, like, how is that gonna make you feel? Like the side piece got a side piece because maybe you the main motherfucker, or maybe you the side piece at that point. Maybe you the side piece. How do two, like, okay, if two side pieces come together, like it, like, or if two people who have main relationships come to you, like, you're each other's side piece, does that make y'all a couple? Do two side pieces make one whole piece? Now it got me thinking. I don't know. Also, side pieces cannot look worse than your girl. They cannot look like Purple Haze. And if y'all don't know who Purple Haze is, like, y'all don't know who Purple Haze is, that's a story for another day. But just imagine Grimace from McDonald's. The little purple dude. Imagine Grimace. Imagine that. I got a homie who smashed Grimace. You know who he is. That's a story for another day. But he smashed Grimace. She was, ooh. He been denying it to this day. But he smashed her because she ain't no chick. This random chick came in and said that she smashed. And chicks don't lie on their pussy. I mean, some of them do. If you a celebrity, they gonna lie on their pussy. But no motherfucker lying, no chick lying on their pussy if they just met you. That's a little snippet of Purple Haze. That's gonna be another episode for motherfuckers lying on their dick and lying on their pussies. I think I'm gonna do that one next. I think I'm gonna do that one next week. We're gonna see. But that's the end of episode 4. Thank y'all for listening. Please share, subscribe, follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, Snapchat. Go follow UC_podcast on Instagram, Snapchat, and share on Facebook.